Is it working? Hello? Bueller? What up, everybody? Good morning. Alright, can we hear me? Is it lagging? I'm in the backyard, so not sure. Yesterday was International Cat Day. So all hail toxoplasmosis. Let's go. Yeah, new angle, right? So here, this is gonna be the second half of the postures and stuff are down on the ground, but the first half is up. So let me see if you can see me. Okay, there's our second camera angle. Let me make sure my computer doesn't fall off. Because look, it's just it's just two of Skitter's side tables on top of each other. That's not a vape. That was AI. Alright, so then, yeah, you can see me. Alright. Everything's working? Good morning. No, it ain't. Was not sure that you'd wake up in time. Dude, I'm glad you made it. Audio's good? Alright. Wait, can you hear me from back here? It's just me and the woodland sounds. Can you hear me? Testing. Check, check, check. Cool. Alright. And then, if this is a success, which I don't know why it wouldn't be, I guess I'll have to get one of those dumb little mics. Dude, Tori's here? Tori! What time is it there? 11 p.m.? I forget. I think it was 12 hours, right? It's not lagging at all, even from the backyard? Alright, cool. Well, let's just talk for a couple more minutes and then let everyone get in. We'll get started in, I don't know, a couple minutes. Give everyone a chance. How's everyone doing? How many people's first time practicing is this? Kind of nervous, but I think it's going to be great. Once we get started, I'll be fine. Sounds good when you're talking at the camera? Yeah. After this week, I'll get one of those lav mics. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to get doing this with you guys because I think it's important, and it's also important that we can do it, anywhere. You basically just need 6 feet, 6 by 3 feet. It's very easy. And the thing that I'm going to teach you is the same every time, which is why I want to teach you first. The guy who made it is a fucking asshole, but it doesn't matter. He didn't actually make it. He just put some postures together and shit. But the reason I like this one is because it's the same thing over and over. You can just kind of turn your brain off better than some of them, to me anyway. And to me, it's like you can dive into the discipline of it really well. And since it's the same each week, you're looking to progress every week, and so you can fine tune like little details and stuff. Like we're gonna eventually want to like have all of our hand postures the same. Our feet are always together. We're breathing. You want to try and, the way I think about this, Bikram, or we'll call it 26 and 2. My place calls it traditional. They call it 26 and 2 because it's 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises. I've showed you guys this before, but it's this one, right? So it's just 26 different poses. There's a breathing exercise at the beginning and a breathing exercise at the end. So I think for the basics real quick, let's just go over. Basically, I'm going to walk you through everything. So you're just going to kind of listen to me, and your job is to basically breathe throughout the whole thing through your nose and try not to lose control of your breath. If you're losing control of your breath, that means that you have gone too far, and you're not ready to go to the depth that you're going to. You want to dial it back a little bit, so your number one job is to be in control of your breath. And this is what I always talk about, right, guys? That's my favorite thing about yoga, is that it teaches you how to keep in control of your breath. So you're always going to want to never go too far where you're panting and we shouldn't hear you breathing I mean, obviously, when you're first getting into it and stuff, that's kind of hard. But your goal should be to like kind of be quietly breathing through your nose always. After the first posture we do is called Pranayama breathing, and it's the only time that you're breathing different. And I'll cue you too. But so the first posture is going to be breathing through your nose and then exhaling through your mouth, and then after that is literally everything just through your nose. But yeah, so here's the normal breath that I'm doing throughout all the normal postures. You're not trying to like do a snoring sound, but it's like you're trying to make your airway like audible. And I think it's about like controlling the rate that you're exhaling and inhaling. So it's kind of like this. You probably can't hear it, but that's good. But it shouldn't be like anything audible, you know what I mean? So just try and breathe deep, feel like a kind of, it's like a friction in the back of your throat and back of your nose that you're trying to keep, and you want to keep that like friction sound like kind of like a light snoring, and breathe long and exhale long, right? That's what we're always talking about. But all right, so other than that, I think the main thing is when you're doing these postures, we have a tendency when we're like tired and stuff to like fidget around. The way I think about this is I try and like, it's like a exercise in discipline, right? So the way I think about it is that when we're between postures and stuff, that's like your rest time. You should be doing as little as possible, right? So basically your normal stance, especially for the first half, is going to be like this, and you're going to get free feet, so you're basically always going to be staying like this. Don't mind all the tree needles and stuff. But you basically keep your feet together for most of the postures in the beginning like this. And so when we're in between postures, or if I'm explaining something to you, just kind of stand like that at attention. Try not to fidget around, try not to wiggle, wipe the sweat, like more sweat's coming, you know, so just leave it be. It's mostly like a mental exercise, right? It's how little inputs can you do. I even think about it too in like the moves, like what's the least steps that I can do to get into the next posture. And basically it's like as you practice, you're dwindling it down further and further. 3 feet, it's over. I'm giving free feet away from now on. Skitter's the one in the relationship that's going to be selling feet, and mine are free, unfortunately. I'm not going to wear socks. All right. Ready, boys? How many people we got here? Should we get started? 29, holy fuck. Okay. Oh, now it says it's lagging though. How is it, boys? Is it terrible? If I have to move to the side of the house, I will. Just let me know. Less breaths and less Paul. All right, boys, here we go. So for the first posture, before I step away, actually, it might be easier to teach you while I'm on the ground. Okay, we're gonna be doing this standing up. So you can stand up, and I'll stand up in a second. But for the first posture, again, this is the only one that's different, right? For breathing. Everything else is through your nose, but this first one is going to be in through the nose, out through the mouth. It's called Pranayama breathing, and you interlace all your fingers like this, make a fist, and put it right underneath your chin. And then you're going to try and get as close as possible to touch your elbows. Your head's going to be parallel with the ground, back straight up, like this. And then when we start, you breathe in, and you try and get your elbows as vertical as possible, right? Back straight, chest up, hold it there, and you breathe in for 6. So it's like this. Hold. And then when you exhale, it's your head is basically just tilting back, so it's like this. And then you touch your elbows. So one more time like this. and then you touch your elbows and we do it again. But yeah, so for the exhale, you're audibly letting out like air rush through the tunnel of your throat essentially. So last time, and then we'll do it standing up. So breathe in and out. In and out. Okay? Look at all the butterflies. Alright, here we go. Is the lagging bad or is it okay? Little laggy for me, but it gets good. Alright, if it gets really bad, let me know. Alright, boys, ready? Let's begin. Alright. Feet together, ground down, heels to the ground, back straight. You want to contract your glutes and your thighs, knees straight, everything straight always, right? And then you're going to interlace your fingers, put them under your chin, elbows together. I've also never done this while talking, so this might be a complete disaster. Ready? All right. Chin up. Let's go. So we're going to do about 10 of these first, okay? Just keep going with me, and then I'll tell you when to stop. Ready? All right, first one. Breathe in. And out. Touch elbows. Breathe in. And you're trying to fill your lungs to full capacity, highest capacity. Out. Chest up. In. Reach your elbows to the sky. Back straight. And out. Elbows touch. In. Through the nose. And out through the mouth. In. And out through the mouth. Back is never arching backwards. Keep it straight. In. And out. In. And you're basically trying to stretch up more and more every time. More air every breath. And out. In. Try and use the whole 6 seconds to breathe all the way in. And out. We'll do 2 more. In. Stretch. And out. Last one. And out. All right, hands down. And then this is kind of your rest position. So you're gonna stay here like this. Anytime that I'm moving around or moving the camera or whatever, challenge yourself to hold this as long as possible. You can keep your hands, I like my hands like this, but I think technically they're supposed to be out, but whatever. But basically just keep breathing through from now on, we're not breathing through our mouths until the very end. So just keep breathing through your nose, right? And then this is your rest position. Feet together. And again, when I move, you don't move. Right? So feet together, knees together, legs together. back straight. From the side, you got your back straight. All right, and then we'll move on. Everything going okay so far? Is it bad? I can move over to the side of the house if it's super glitchy. All right, let me move over to the side of the house real quick. La 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 la. Sorry guys. We'll figure it out. I've kind of figured this first one wouldn't be a little messy. Okay, give me a second. Don't look at my butt. A little precarious, but this might work. Is this better? This is right by the Wi-Fi, so it should be okay. Oh shit, I had my stuff on. Oh no, it is live. Oh, Lev's here too? Alright, boys. You ready to actually get in it? Is it working now? Alright, let's get into it. Hopefully this is good now. Freaking homecoming, yeah. What up, Alev? Missed you, buddy. And Tori, let's go. Alright, the next one's called Ardha Chandrasana. Get back into it, get your feet together, get your back straight. Ready? You like this spot better anyway? Alright, here we go. So this one's called half moon pose because you're basically just making a half moon with your body. But so you're going to feet together, contract your thighs, contract your glutes, knees straight, and you're going to bring your hands up to the side, straight up in the air, and you want to keep your hands as straight as possible, right? Back straight, everything straight, and you're keeping your thumbs like this, just crossing them, or sorry, you're interlacing all of them except for the first one, so you're making it finger guns, right? So bring them up, finger guns, and then slowly go to the right and to the left. And now, the main thing with this is you want to keep your biceps to your ears and arms as straight as possible, right? Keep your biceps back with your head and always be reaching up. It's going to be hard for the first couple times, and you're going to end up doing this kind of stuff, and you know when you're arching to the side, you're going to do kind of like letting your biceps get away from your head, but only go as deep as you can keep your biceps to your ears, right? So if today that's only this, that's fine. If literally you can just stand straight up and keep your biceps by your ears, that's fine too. But don't try and go deep into these positions just because. You always want to only go as far as you can hold the posture the right way, right? So for this one, the most important thing is legs straight and glutes contracted, and your biceps straight, your arms straight, and your biceps tied to your ears essentially. Okay? So we're going to do that, and we're going to bend left and bend right a couple times. Ready? This one's called half moon. All right. Arms up. Fingers interlaced with finger gun hands. And then bend to the left and to the right slowly. The slower you move in this, the better. Don't do like that kind of stuff. You want to move slow. The slower you move, the more control you have over everything, right? So straight up and bend to the right. Oh, that looks to the left to you guys. Bend to the left. And to the right. And when you're done, meet up in the middle, stretch super high. Stretch super high, and then we're going to go to the right and hold it to the right, okay? So you want to feel stretching all on the left side of your body. Keep your arms straight, wrist back a little bit, back straight. Keep those glutes contracted, bend a little deeper. And remember, keep the biceps together. Don't lose that. Hold. One more breath. And go back up with control. All right, then we're going to the left. And breathe and stretch. You should feel a big stretching feeling on your right side, even though it looks like your left to me. Go a little deeper. And you're breathing through your nose the whole time. Never stop breathing, right? Biceps to your ears. One more breath. And back up. Alright, and then this next one, you're going to tilt your head back, keep your back straight, arms straight, everything, arms stay in the air, and you tilt your head back, and then you start looking for the floor behind you, okay? So tilt your head back, arms stay with your ears, and then lean back. All of your weight should be in your heels, and keep your glutes and your knees and everything contracted, right? And then we're going back a little bit. So head back all the way, chest up, stretch up, and then lean your arms back until your upper chest starts going back a little. So it's kind of like this too. You want to see my side angle? Keep breathing. And then head up, come back up. And then for this next posture, you're bending straight forward, okay? So keep your arms straight, and then bend forward and bend your knees. And you want to keep a straight back the whole way, all the way down to the ground. Okay. So then once you're down to the ground, bend over and you'll grab you're going to stretch a little, so it's like this. And then hands down. So what I do here, there's a little break here so you can kind of crack your knees. You know, I do a little twist. Bend your knees, go in the middle. And then I usually do one leg at a time and just kind of stretch, because the next posture that we're doing is called a hands to feet pose, where you're going to do like a forward bend, right? Where your hands are under your heels and you're pulling yourself into like a folded shape, right? So here we go. This one's called Padahastasana. Okay, so you're still facing straight on your mat. I'm just turning to the side so you can see. But so after we've stretched, you're gonna pick your heels up and put your hands underneath your heels like this, flat. And stand on your heels, okay? And then we're going to basically ground your heels down into the ground and stand straight up. You're gonna bend over and try and touch your face to your shins. Eventually you want your head basically on the top of your feet, and you're trying to stand up. It's like a tremendous stretching sensation, 360 degrees around your glutes and your thighs and your back and everything. Okay, so here we go. Padahastasana, that's what it's called. So let's put our hands under our heels and then bend over and touch your freaking face to your shin and keep stretching until I say stop. Ready? Inhale and exhale. And keep pulling. You're pulling, you're stretching your legs up, and you're pulling your hands and your arms and your body down at the same time. You want to keep stretching your legs straight up in the air. You want to eventually get your legs straight and locked, okay? Okay, last chance, straighten. And then we come out the same exact way that we came in. Bend your knees, put your arms straight forward, interlace fingers, and come up. Okay? And then we do a second set. How's that working? Yeah, this is Skitter's yard. Alright, here we go, boys. Heels on fire, good. And then this week is just kind of like teaching this to you guys, because I think then next week we'll just be able to run through it and stuff. But let's do it one more time. Ready? We're going to do half moon again. Let's try and run through the whole thing without me stopping, right? Alright, Ardha half moon pose, one more time. Alright, arms up, interlace fingers, arms straight, biceps tied to your ears, chin up, back straight, chest up, and lean to the right. And since we're already warmed up, you should be able to go to your deepest point that you did last time and hold it there, right? Always breathing through your nose, steady and controlled. Knees contracted, glutes contracted, heels down. Open your chest. One more breath. And up. Shoulders back, arms straight up again, and we're going to the left. Tremendous stretching sensation on the right hand side. Arms straight. Heels grounded, glutes contracted. Stretch. One more breath. And up. Alright, then we're going for the back pose, or back bend. Tilt head back, arms straight up, biceps back, and then lean back and look for the floor behind you. Come up. And then we're going to do the forward bend. Ready? Back straight, knees bent, arms straight, reaching forward. And then once you're down, take a stretch, take a couple bounces, crack those knees. I always have to take my glasses off for this one. All right, here we go. Padahastasana, hands to feet. Ready? Bend your knees, reach your hands underneath your heels. And then we're gonna bend forward, pull down, and stretch up with your legs. Ready? Here we go. Keep trying to touch your face to your knees while stretching up with your legs. If they're shaking, that means you're doing it right. Last breath. All right, hands together, interlace fingers, come back up the same way. Back straight. Once you reach up high one more time, and come back down. How'd that feel, boys? All right, boys, next one. Okay, the next one's fun too. It's called Utkatasana chair pose. You ready, boys? So from our standard position, feet together, we're gonna take 6-inch step with your right foot. And for the next 3 postures, we're gonna keep it like this, okay? So you wanna keep your feet parallel, pointing forward. Keep the same distance between your feet and your knees and your thighs and everything. And it's a chair pose, so we're going to, if you keep your hands flat like this, fingers all touching in line, and you're gonna bring them straight out to shoulder level, right? Let's do it this way. Okay, so the first posture is just going straight down and sitting in the chair. So you're gonna go and try and stick your butt back and reach straight forward and chest up, okay? And hold this. Then straight up with control. Then for the next part, you're gonna bring your heels up. So it's the same, arms straight. You're gonna, feet are 6 inches apart, go up on your heels. I'm kind of on an angle, so I don't know if I could do this that well right now, but, well, okay. Up on your heels like a ballerina, and you're coming down into the chair again, okay? Take it slow. Arms straight out, shoulder length, or shoulder height. And you're trying to sit your back in the chair, and your butt in the chair. Legs at a 90-degree angle from the ground. And one more time, come back up. All right, and then the last one is the same thing. You're keeping your feet, you're keeping it up on your heels, but this time you're bringing your knees together like this, okay? So, arms forward again, and you're basically driving your knees toward the front, like the floor, like 10 feet in front of you, and you're sitting in the chair again. I find it's easier to do this if you literally squeeze your knees into each other, right? Drop it down 90 degrees so your thighs are parallel to the ground. Hold it, squeeze your knees, and then come back up. All right, heels down, feet together, arms down. Take a little breath. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is eagle pose. We'll do 2 of these. So we're gonna bring our arms up again. And again, every time we bring our arms up, try and do it like gracefully, essentially. I always try and make it like pretty, you know? So I start my hands like this, straight, and keep your arms straight as you arch them up. Right? So bring your arms up, and then the next part is making the eagle arms. So we go down and around and bring your right arm underneath your left, like that, okay? Let's do it one more time. So from up here, just hands touching, bring them down wide, right arm under the left, okay? Just like that. And then what you're gonna do is, if you can interlace, do it. If you can't, just keep them straight, right? If you can do this, do it. If not, keep it like this. And basically, a lot of yoga, you're lifting your elbows up for this pose. For this one, you're pulling down. So you're trying to get your hands basically underneath your nose, if possible, or your chin, okay? And then we're gonna cross our legs. So here we go. All right, arms up, right under left. Bring your elbows down, and then we're going to sit down like this, and then you're going to pick your right leg up and bring it over your left and cross it. So you're like this. Okay, so drop your butt down, keep your back straight, keep everything in the center line of your body. If you can, wrap your foot around your calf and just sit. Hold it, keep breathing, and change. So stand up, arms always back up, and then we're gonna switch. So do the left under the right, ready? Elbows down, try and bring your hands under your chin, sit down as far as you can, and then left leg over your right. And if you don't have the balance, one thing you can do, and also too, falling is fine. If you don't have the balance, you can do a kickstand. So you basically just touch your foot here to the ground. It makes it a little easier, and eventually you'll want to just be balancing on one leg. Okay? Let's try that all together. All right, ready? Arms up. Right under left. Sit. Cross your right leg over your left. And squeeze your thighs tight together. And sit down. Pull your hands underneath your chin. Keep everything at the center line of your body. And change. And then left under right. Sit. Left leg over right leg. Up. Always squeezing your thighs together. All of your weight in your heels. All right, and change. And arms down. Woo, we made it. All right, then the next one is called standing bow. It's hard, but it's fun. All right, ready? So for this one, most of you guys, I think, should just don't want to go into the full motion, because I don't know if you can do standing bow, do it. But remember, the most important thing is to do the posture right before you do the depth right. So I think some people will want to just stay in the beginning part of it, right? So eventually it's going to look like this. You're gonna put all your weight in your left leg, kick your right foot up, drop your hand back like this, like you're giving someone a low five, grab your ankle, I'm on a hill, hold on, grab your ankle, and then you're going to lift your left arm straight in the air. And so for some people this might be it, right? But eventually you're going to kick your leg back, and the more you kick, the further you can go. You want your left hand to be reaching straight forward, and your back leg is going to kick, and the kick is going to be what gets you your depth. So this is what eventually you want, right? If I can balance. Well, hold on. So you're going to go straight, kick your leg, and most people, if you want to just stay here, just stay here. You can literally just stay here too. This is fine, right? But eventually the pose goes to this. Okay? That makes sense? Still working? All right, here we go, boys. Let's try it. All right, so like always, feet together. Drop your right hand to your right side. Kick your right leg up. Left arm straight in the air. And then start leaning forward and kicking up. And you want your shoulders in a line. Shoulder touching your chin, essentially. And you want to look down the barrel of your arm by the end of it, okay? All right, stretch up and kick. Breathe controlled all the way through, always through your nose. Kick, kick, kick. See your foot over your head. And then kick to come out. Always keep your arms straight, right? Try not to lose control of your foot. All right, left side. Left hand out, right foot down. Kick your left foot up to your butt. Knees together, arms straight, and kick to go in. Oh, fuck. And you always want your legs solid, right? No wiggling or wobbling in your knee. Kick till your foot comes over your head. And kick to come out. Hell yeah, boys. All right. I'm moving kind of slow, so we're only going to do one set of that, okay? All right, the next one is standing stick, which sucks, okay? So, again, it's another bringing your arms into shotgun hands, or pistol hands. And then you're going to take a big step with your right foot. Like this, and you're dropping all the way down. Keep your arms straight and your legs straight back, and you're reaching and stretching all at the same time. Try and get your chest down parallel, leg up, toe back, and step up. And then arms always go back up to straight position. All right, and then let's do it with the left. Big step forward with your left foot, and then reach forward. Chest up, legs up, and back up. Whew. Yeah, this one does suck. That's one of my least favorites. All right, let's do it one more time. All right, ready, boys? Arms straight up, interlaced. Step forward with your right foot and kick up. change. And then step forward with your left. And bring your body down. And change. Arms down. Whew. And you guys see too how like it's something that I started doing more recently, but the more I think the thing that I understood about this or I wish I understood earlier was that it is mostly about the discipline, and you're basically just trying to every week work on what you did last week, right? So from the start, try and be more like, especially for my boys, it feels weird to kind of be like dancey or whatever and like doing like straight arms and all this kind of shit, but I don't know, it's kind of cool. The more you like get into it and make your poses pretty, I think the better it works, and like I don't know, you can just feel it in your muscles that it's like it feels right. So that's why I'm always like keeping your arms straight, try and do like big pretty arcs, you know, keep your hands in points when you meet up at the top and stuff. Try and keep it all vertical, make it pretty, you know, you don't want to do this kind of shit or like, you know, like it's ugly. Be pretty, right? Be like nature. Okay. Did we already do a second set? Yeah, we did. All right, let's do the next one. What's the next one that sucks? Okay. Here we go. Let's get this out of the sun for a minute. Okay, next one we're doing is just a forward fold, okay? So we're gonna go to the top of our mats, legs together, and then you step out wide, and, oh, sorry. So it's legs together, step out wide, and for the next couple poses, this is how we're gonna be, right? You do your arms straight out, back up, and legs like 3 or 4 feet apart, okay? So here we go. Step out and arms up. And then for this one, you're gonna bend all the way straight back, arms all the way back, or arms all the way out until you get all the way down. Keep your feet parallel. My feet kind of used to do this, but you wanna try and parallel them, right? Keep them straight. And then we're going to reach under our feet with our hands, and we're gonna bend all the way forward and try and keep our back straight and touch our head, or our forehead to the ground. Ready? So hands under feet, straight legs, and bend forward. And you want the weight in the balls of your feet, okay? So lean forward a little bit. You'll feel it in the back of your legs. All right, bend down, and it's just like the standing head to knee, where you're pulling and your legs are also trying to push your sacrum up in the air. All right, so bend forward and try and touch your forehead to the ground in front of you, like a few inches. It should feel really, really like a big, tremendous stretching sensation in the back of your quads. Or is that your quads or your glutes? I forget. The butt. Glutes. My leg always jumps around on this. Alright, and then to come up, arms straight up again, and come up with a straight back. Okay, so one more time, the way this looks. 4 feet, arms straight out, bend forward. Try and touch the forehead to the ground. Then come back up, arms out, straight back. And then bring your right foot to your left and your hands go back up to the air. All right, and then this is the real worst one. I'm actually getting decent at it though, so it doesn't hurt quite as much, but this is probably the most cardio heavy one, okay? So again, bring our arms up, step 4 feet to the right, arms straight out. And then you're going to turn your right foot out on your heel. So it's looking straight ahead. Both of your feet should be in one line and your right toe should be pointing where your right arm is pointing, right? And then you're going to bend your knee 90 degrees. Keep this one back and straight. If you need to have your back left foot on like a 45, usually it's perpendicular. So it's like 90, but if you want to turn your toes slightly in towards your hip so that you can drop lower, do that, okay? Okay, so arms out. Get this leg to 90 if you can. And then you're going to turn your hands like this, and you're going to touch your elbow to your knee, and you're going to aim for your pointer and middle finger to go between your big toe and the second toe, okay? And then we're going to sit there. So ready? Knee down, turn your hands, and knee to elbow. And then the other arm goes straight up. Make sure your toes are pointing forward, arm straight up, look towards your hand, drop your hips. No weight in your hand on the ground. Keep your back leg contracted. One more breath. And then come up. Turn your heel in. And then we're going to do the other side. Ready? Keep your arms up. I know it sucks. Left heel out. Ready? And drop it parallel. Hi. Morning. Morning. All right, and then turn your hands. And arms straight up. Look to your hand in the sky. And always breathing through your nose. Drop your hip. One more breath. Change. All right? And then kick your right leg back to your left. Arms up. And then arms down. How about that one, huh? Now that one felt good, right, Harry? All right, let's do it again. Second set, ready? Like this shit all sucks until you do it enough, and then it doesn't. Like, it's weird. The pain from stretching eventually turns into, well, our teachers always say it turns into like information. It doesn't hurt anymore. It's just like a tautness almost. But keep doing stretching, man. This stuff, it changes everything. It's really cool. All right, let's do our second set. All right, ready? Feet together, everything contracted, arms up, and step out, arms parallel, turn your heel out, right foot, and drop down. Keep your arms straight, and turn, and go. Make sure your foot is facing straight ahead. Arm back. This is your like chest opener. This is the one that's supposed to be making your heart go crazy. But open your chest up to the sky. Keep breathing. Drop your hips. Keep your back leg straight. One more breath. And up. Heel in. And then turn your other heel out. Left foot. Arm straight. And drop down. Turn your hands. Turn your arms. Just breathe and enjoy it. One more breath. Oh, that's okay. Sometimes you fall. It's just part of it. All right, one more breath and change. Right leg back. Arms down. All right, then we're just doing standing separate knee, and then we're almost on the ground. We're moving. All right, boys. So for this one, you're bringing your arms up again, and you're not doing pistol hands. You're just doing crossy thumbs, okay? So it's a namaste with crossy thumbs. So starting like the other ones, bring your arms up, crossy thumbs, and then big step out, and you're turning on your heels so that you basically want your legs to be like 2 train tracks, not a single line, because you'll fall over, okay? So keep your legs like hip width apart. You want like a foot between your feet, essentially, like parallel wise. Okay, so we've got our arms up and namaste with crossy arms or crossy thumbs. And then for this one, you're trying to touch your forehead to your knee, okay? If your forehead isn't touching your knee, you're not doing it. So you only go as far as you can get your knee to touch your forehead, okay? So it's like this. You're reaching with your hand right in front of your foot, and you're touching your forehead to your knee, right? So like this. And then if your forehead's touching your knee, kind of bring your knee back so that you feel that stretch in the back of your leg, okay? But never take your forehead off. And then keep your namaste hands right in front of your toe. You're not pushing on the ground, you're just stretching your arms out, okay? And back foot is like 45 degrees outward. Front foot straight ahead. This is a good compression for like your stomach and all your internals and stuff. Put your weight in your front foot, and then you come up all the way, unrolling until you're straight up again. And then we turn on our heels, and we do the other foot. Ready? So kind of swim down and touch your forehead to your knee. And bring your knee back if you can, as long as your head is touching your knee. Hand on the ground in front of you. And then come up, all the way up. Turn 90, bring your right foot back, arms down. All right, and then let's do a quick second set. Ready? Arms up. Namaste with crossy thumbs, right leg out, turn, and then bend down and touch your head to your knee. LOL. Come up. up to your knee, compressing everything. Last breath. And then come back up the way you came in. Turn 90 and bring your right foot back. All right, boys. Last standing posture. You ready for this? So this one's called tree stand and toe stand. We're not going to do the toe stand today. No one's ready for it. Catdad's quads do be getting muscly, right? All right, boys. So if you've done tree stand and obviously too, if you need water, drink some water. Watermelon crushers. Yeah, dude. I did not have watermelon crushers before, so it's all the yoga. Okay, so tree stand, most people know this from normal yoga classes where you put your heel inside your leg. That's different, okay? For this one, we're gonna be bringing our foot up in front of our leg to here, right? So it's like we're trying to teach this leg how to like come out of its socket a little more, essentially. We wanna bring it up to here, okay? Not like this. That's a cool tree too though, but that's just normal yoga. For this one, we're gonna go to here. And the higher up you can kind of get it, you can get it up to like your hip and get your heel there. And you want to try and drop your knee down essentially. Okay, so here's how we'll do it. So this one's tree stand into toe stand, but we're not gonna do toe stand today because that's super advanced. But okay, so heels down, grounding into the ground, knees and thighs contracted. You're gonna bring your left foot up in front of your quad here. Bring it up, knee down, and hold it underhand with your right hand, okay? So left leg up, holding with right hand. And then if you've got the balance, bring your half namaste hand to the center of your chest. Chest up, back straight, knee not wobbling or anything, and just try and balance, okay? Chin up. Just breathe through your nose. And then if you have it and you can let go of the foot, do that and bring your hand to the center. All right, change. Left leg down, right leg up. Underhand grip with your left hand, right hand center of chest, and you're trying to push this knee back and down essentially. You'll feel it like here, right? And if you've got the balance, and change. And actually we'll just do the first part of tree stand or toe stand. So if you don't want to bend forward on your one leg, just stay just how we just did it, okay? Hip replacement says no. But so for hip replace, I'll look into alternatives, Lori, for what you should do for that. Can you do normal tree like this or no? Because this one is definitely harder on the hip. But if you can do normal tree, or do this. Can you do this? Just lift your right knee up 90 degrees. Right? But yeah, otherwise, honestly, just like all of this stuff, you know, it's a discipline practice, right? So if you can't do that, try and do it in whatever little way you can. Even if you're just picking your left foot up a little, or your foot up just a little, or whatever, you know. I always say there's always something for everyone to do, no matter what. But I will look into alternatives for that for you, Lori, too. We'll figure this out as we go. All right, last standing posture, ready? So again, if you don't want to bend forward into this, just stay how we just did the tree before, okay? So, legs grounded, heel up, oh shit. Right hand to center, left hand, and then this is the beginning of the toe stand. You want to keep your legs straight the whole way until your hands are touching the ground. So don't bend your knee at all. You're just bending forward, and if you can stop at any point here, right? You're just bending your back forward, and if you can, touch the ground. And if you can't, stay here, or just stay in normal tree where you were. Okay? If you got this, then you can bend your knee a little, and you're starting to basically get down to standing on your toes on one leg. This is as far as I can go, so this is where we'll stop today. But stay here for a minute, keep your hands down, and then to come back up, you straighten your leg all the way, and then you come forward, or you bend your waist forward, okay? Hands up. Whoop, shit, lost it. But foot down, and we'll change. Last standing posture. Hands up, if you've got it, and start to bend forward. Bend your knees a little bit if you can. Hold it. And then straighten your leg. And come out the same way. Change. Congrats. We did the standing set. One sec. So take a water break, and then we'll get going on the next part. So for this next part, we're basically swapping between doing things on the ground and then being in Savasana, which is called corpse pose, which is literally just laying on your back, okay? So it's like, you're just putting your heels together like this, so that when your legs are straight, your feet kind of fall out. And then you're laying on your back and you're putting your arms just like this, okay? Head down and relax. That's called Savasana or corpse pose. So be in that for a second, and then we'll get going on the stomach. Soak in the sun. Okay, so then our next thing is called wind removing pose or farting pose. LOL. Hold on. Okay, so you're on your back, legs straight, and you're gonna bring your right leg up and interlace your fingers about 2 or 3 inches underneath your knee. And then you're gonna bring your knee kind of around your rib cage. You're trying to touch your knee to your shoulder. Keep your shoulders on the ground, head on the ground. Your head's on the ground, but you're kind of looking down at your chest like this. And then you're pulling your knee around. Don't push it into your ribs. You want it to be around your ribs. And you're trying to pull your knee down as hard as you can. Try and touch your shoulder. And you'll feel it here in like whatever this is. It's supposed to like massage your colon and shit, so pull it in down, keep your elbows tight to your body, and look down the barrel of your chest, okay?
and keep your left foot should be contracted like this, toes toward you. Okay? Right leg down, left leg up. Pull it around your chest, try and touch your knee to your shoulder. Toes contracted towards your face on your right leg. Alright, left leg down. And then you're going to bring both legs up, okay? And you're going to reach your arms around and try and grab your elbows. Head down, shoulders down, and you're pulling your knees down toward your chest, okay? So grab your elbows and squeeze. I love this one. You should feel like a weird compression kind of here in your quad and like in your hip area. It might feel weird the first couple times. It did for me, but now I like it a lot, okay? So pull down, head down, and again looking down the barrel of your chest. Alright? Change and go back to Savasana for a second. And then we're going to do sit-ups. So the rest of the postures that we have left, we do a couple sit-ups in between, right? So the way that you do those is like everything, we're always trying to keep as straight as possible. No gayness, just straight, and you're going to put your arms all the way up. Again, we're just doing thumb crossies. So you're going to do a sit-up like this with like the wavy hands, essentially, with your thumbs crossed. Okay, so arms straight back, toes are bent toward your nose, legs are straight, and when you do your sit-up, don't like throw your momentum up, right? Don't do that if you can. You want to try and use as much of your core as possible, and it's like you want to do like a swan dive towards your toes, okay? So it's like this. You'll go sit up and bend down towards your toes. So it'll be sit up, and at the toes, let out two like. They're just like I don't know. The breath sometimes helps you get deeper into it. But here we go. Okay, so we're gonna do about 10 of these sit-ups in the next couple reps. So I just wanted to teach you how to do these right the first time. All right. So here we go. We'll do our sit-ups now. So everything straight, arms straight, reach, crossy thumbs, hands together, toes back, and sit up. Okay? So then the next one we're doing is Cobra pose. So from our sit up, we're gonna roll over, right? Because here's where we were. We did our sit-up, and then we go into Cobra. So the rest of the day we're on our stomach here. We're getting close. The first part of the standing postures are the hardest and the longest. I like once you get onto the ground, because it's not quite so cardio exhausting. Although the worst pose is coming up. I'll show you. I hate it. It never gets easier. but it's fine because you don't have to use super crazy cardio. Okay, so the first pose on the ground we're doing is Cobra. So you want to keep your fingertips should be where your shoulder kind of cuts off. If you drew a straight line down from your shoulder, you want your fingertips to be a little bit behind your shoulder. And your hands are not, it's not like a push-up, okay? You're using your back strength, and you're arching back, you're looking up, you're not clenching your jaw, and you're keeping your toes are together, straight behind you, so like that. And then you're just lifting your back, arching it back, and using your core strength to keep your chest and shoulders up. Head up, chin up. Breathing, legs together, and change. So then we're going to do 2 of these. So on our laying down part of this. When we take a rest here for Savasana, you're going to turn your head to the left, and we're going to alternate in between postures, okay? So for the first one, take your arms and put them back behind you, because you want to take these rest moments to actually rest, okay? So turn your head to the, put your left ear to the ground, turn your head to the right, and just chill for a second. All right, second set. Put your fingertips right behind your shoulders. And once also too, I did this for a while and a teacher corrected me, but once your feet or your hands are down, don't move them, even when you're in the posture, okay? So make sure you have your hands back far enough so that you don't have to go, you know, keep them back. And again, you're not putting any weight in your hands. It's mostly for like balance, okay? All right, here we go. Second set, Cobra, breathe in. Chest up, chin up. Feet straight, feet together. Come up higher one more time. Breathe in and change. This time right ear down, arms back. Okay, here we go. This is the one that sucks. So for this next posture, we're basically doing this. If I'm laying flat on my body, you're putting your hands together like this, and they're gonna be underneath your body, and your forearms here are gonna kind of each be on one of your hips. So it's like this, but you're laying on your hands. Okay? So here, it'll probably be easier to do this. Okay. So you're keeping your head forward and arms underneath your body. And then for the first one, you want basically your weight into your shoulders and your back left leg. Relax your back left leg and tighten and straighten your right leg. And you're gonna go straight up with just your right leg, okay? And you're holding your body weight with your hands that are underneath your body in that position I just showed you, okay? So you're touching your pinky fingers together underneath, and you're kind of you're laying your body on your hip, or your hips on your forearms, and then you're gonna lift your right leg up. Ready? Straight up, chin forward. One more breath up, and change. And then left leg. And change. All right, and then this is the fucking worst one. This is ass. Ready? So you're going to you're gonna use your upper arm strength and your leg strength to do like this dolphin pose where you bring your back legs up. Keep them together. Ready? Here we go. Feet together. And change. Savasana. Left ear down. All right. Usually we do 2 sets of that. We aren't doing it today because this is my yoga class and we're already behind. Okay, we'll skip to the next shitty one. And we're going to, it's airplane. Stick your arms straight out, and you're just arching everything, okay? So legs and chest and arms are all coming up. All ready? Here we go. Breathe in and up. So you're basically resting on your hip, pelvis area, the stomach area. Get your legs up. Arms up, chest up, head up. One more breath in, go higher, and exhale down. Savasana. I think. Okay. All right, and then the last one on here before we do our next sit-up is bow pose. So bring your feet up to a 90. You're gonna reach back. Reach back with straight arms. Grab your feet. Don't bend your wrists. And slowly you're gonna lift your legs up and you're gonna rest on your hips again and the soft part of your stomach. And try and bring your feet as high as you can. Keep breathing. Head up, chest up. Last breath. Change. All right, boys, we freaking made it. You ready for this? We're gonna press up. And for this one, forget what this is called. Fixed firm pose. Okay, so you're basically, you're sitting your booty between your heels and you want to bring your knees together like this as close as you can. It doesn't have to be together. Basically for this whole posture, all you don't want to do is to bring your legs or knees up. Okay, so only go as far as you can before that happens. So come back straight, put your hands on your feet, and you're gonna slowly go back. So this is a stopping point if this is too much. If you can't go any further, this is great. You're basically trying to eventually get down to where your back is all the way on the ground. But at any point here, you can stop and hold this and it's perfectly fine. Okay, so if you can do this, great. The next step is bring your elbows down. Can you do this? Great. If you can go here without your knees being like up in the air or anything, then you can start bringing your back down. All right? And if you're here and you can still do this, bring your elbows up and grab your elbows. And just sit here and breathe for a second. All right, come up the way you came, slowly. Help yourself. Don't just muscle through. Use your arms and stuff to get back up because you don't want to pull anything or slip anything. Okay. So then we're going on our back. We're doing a frickin' sit up. So Savasana. Feet together. Hands over your head, thumbs crossed, toes back towards your face, and sit up. Okay? All right, this one is called, I forget. Half tortoise pose. All right, so we're on our knees in hero's pose here. You're sitting on your feet. Legs together, legs straight, and you're gonna like the half moon pose. You're bringing your arms straight up, touching together, just with crossy thumbs. Namaste hands, crossy thumbs, and then you're gonna bend forward and keep your back straight and your arms straight the whole time. The slower you go, the harder it is, and you eventually want to touch your forehead to the ground, and the blades of your hands to the ground. Okay. But make sure your forehead's to the ground. Back straight. Push your butt towards your heels. And just breathe. All
Alright, come up the way you came. Slow, with intention. Hands down. Boom. Flip over, Savasana. Everyone's still having fun? This will only be an hour when it's not me. Like after this one, I don't think I'll teach every pose. I'll just do it. All right, feet together, hands up, crossy thumbs, and reach for your toes. Okay, then this is my favorite pose, which used to be my least favorite pose. So this one's called camel. If you guys haven't done it before, there's a chance that it'll feel like the air is getting sucked out of your lungs. So only go as far as you feel comfortable. Okay. So we're here on our knees. And we're going to come back to your heels. Or wait, sorry, put your hands on your hips and you're going to arch your back. And you're basically tilting your head all the way back too. And you want to, if you were in a room, look back for the back wall essentially, like this. And if you can see the back wall, then you reach down for your tootsies. Okay, and if you've got your tootsies, push your hips forward, arch your back, and try and just breathe through your nose. Bring your chest to the sky, keep pushing your hips forward. This is definitely where some of you guys are probably feeling like the wind's getting sucked out of your breath or lungs. But learn to breathe through it. All right, and then to come up, you take your left hand, put it at the back of your sacrum, or the lower back, and then come up and sit down. And then you can go to Savasana, okay? Don't do, try not to do this where you're coming back and you immediately just fold forward, right? Come back, sit down, and then move, right? And then go back to your Savasana. All right, feet together, hands up, crossy thumbs, or dive for your toes. Let's do one more camel. Ready, boys? Hands to your hips or your lower back. Lean back, look for the back wall. If you can see the floor, grab your right heel, grab your left heel, and breathe in. Hips forward, chest to the sky, arms straight, full grip on your heels. One more breath. All right, to come up, put your right hand on your lower back, come up, sit, and flip. Savasana. All right, feet and toes together, arms up, crossy thumbs, dive for your toes. All right, boys, home stretch here. You ready? We're almost done. Okay, this is rabbit pose. So we're gonna take, you're gonna take your mat or your towel. If you don't have a towel or a mat, that's fine too. You can just grab your heels. This is to keep your feet from, your hands, whatever has sweat on it, from you slipping, okay? So put your towel over your heels. Feet are together underneath. This is the hero's pose again.
back straight, reach your hands underneath your butt, grab the frickin' heels, and then kind of like separate leg, we're rolling our head down, our chin down to our chest. Look at your belly button, and you're gonna touch your forehead to your knees and the top of your head to the ground, okay? And then you're gonna try and lift your hips up, okay? So back straight, chin tucked to your chest, look down at your belly button, roll down, bring forehead to knees, top of the head to the ground, keep holding your feet, and then sit your ass straight up. You should feel stretching on the back of your neck, but don't put any weight like on your head, you know what I mean? Keep holding your heels, and then roll back out the way you came in. Okay? Boom. Lose the towel. Savasana. Corpse pose. We got 2 more postures, dudes. Alright. Feet together, hands up. Crossy thumbs, and reach forward. Dive forward. Okay, here we go. Wait, I kind of gotta go this way. Okay, here we go. You're gonna reach your left leg, or sorry, right leg first. No, it is left leg first. Okay, left leg out. Bend your right leg in. Bring your foot towards your inner thigh. And then we're going to reach our hands straight up like always and bend forward, have interlaced hands, and you're gonna wrap them around your foot. Free feet. And you're touching your head to your knee, okay? This is like preparing you for, oh, I just realized we didn't do a posture at the beginning. It's okay. All right, put your put your head to your knee. And then stretch your legs straight forward, toes back towards your head. If your forehead is not touching your knee, bend your knee, okay? That's what's important, is your forehead touching your knee. And if your forehead's touching your knee, drop your inner arm down, pull that foot back, toes back, and then just keep stretching. Okay, come up. Arms up, bring your left leg in, right leg out, and then reach forward. Head on forehead on knee, stretch leg forward, toes back. And change. One more Savasana. Feet together, hands up. And dive for your toes. All right. Then this is the last one. Ready? Oh, wait. Not the last one, but close. Okay, put your toes together. Wrap your fingers around just your big toe. Stretch your legs. And you want to straight back with this one, so you're pulling forward. You're reaching your forehead to your toes. Feet back, toes back. Straight back. And you can have your knees bent for this too if you can't do it with a straight back. Like, this is totally fine, right? All right, come back, one more Savasana. Reach up. Feet together, hands together, crossy thumbs, dive. All right, here we go, boys. For this one, take your left leg, bend it in. Take your right leg, cross it over,
And then reach your left hand up, put it on the outside of your knee, grab this knee if you can, otherwise just keep it out. Your other hand is right behind your back, and then you're basically like wringing out a towel, like a wet towel, okay? So you're pushing this knee over with your arm, and if you have hold of your other knee, that's great. And then you're using your back arm that's behind your back to twist, and you're trying to look directly behind you, okay? Like this. So we went from here to this. This is like the ultimate back cracker. Just breathe in, keep your back straight. All right, and change. Then we'll swap. Right leg folded, left leg up. Right arm up. Right arm inside your knee. Grab your right knee, or your right knee. Hand behind your back and twist. And change. All right, last Savasana. Let's do it. All right, feet together, hands together, crossy thumbs, and dive for your toes. All right, boys, you ready for the last piece of the puzzle? All right. Get a slurp of water if you'd like. Okay, sit in hero's pose. That's on your knee. If you can't do this too, you can always do cross legs, straight back. But I prefer heroes. Thanks for doing this with me today, boys. You ready for your last breathing exercise? Okay, so for this one, we're keeping our back straight, hands together, arms straight, and you're breathing through your mouth for the first time for this one, okay? Or, well, for the second time. But basically, you're just doing inhale or exhales from your stomach. So you're going. So we'll do like 40 at that pace, and we'll go, and then we'll speed it up, and it'll be like, maybe not that fast, but all right, ready? Here we go. Breathe in through your nose, and exhale, and here we go. Speed it up. Good job, boys. Woo! No, I'm not gonna get a sunburn, bro. I can't get burnt. Thanks for doing this with me, guys. I hope that this was fun. Next time it'll be much faster. We'll I won't explain every single one, and I'll just do it, and it should be done in an hour, okay? It shouldn't take an hour and 45. But thanks guys for being here. Don't have a coffee while you're doing this. But thanks, dudes. Hope you had fun. Let me know if you have questions. I missed the I forget what it's called. But there's this pose that we forgot at the beginning where you bring your leg up and bring your feet under, or your hands under your feet.
sorry. I don't think anyone can tell how this is like a 30-degree incline on this hill. We forgot to do this one, but that's okay. We'll hit it next week. And yeah, we'll just grind through it in the hour next week, okay? I appreciate you guys being here. That was great. I learned a lot. Good. And then hopefully next week we'll just be able to kick it off run. And honestly, that's how most of these classes work, is there is no like training. It's just like you get thrown into the fire, you know? But I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. I'm gonna go rock climbing with Skitter and her kid. We're gonna go. It's gonna to a gym. I'm excited. I hope you guys had fun. Thanks for being here. Thanks Tori. Thanks Alev. Thanks everybody. Mr. Bunny. Appreciate all you guys being here. J Love, Icon, Harry, Omi, Yoga, Skitteroni. Thanks Skitter for hosting. Even though, you know, we got this kind of shit view, but that's not Skitter's fault. That fucking Wi-Fi dogged us. We had the beautiful garden. But yeah, dudes. All right. I think that's where we're gonna wrap it today. I missed a couple, but I'll get some better, some worse next time. Yeah, dude, I miss a couple all the time. I'll have my printout in front of me too. I forgot to print it out. We're all gooning to your free feet. Hey, dude, that's all right. As long as free feet brings everyone to the yoga, I don't give a shit. I genuinely thank you guys. I was very nervous about, not like scared nervous, just like I don't want to fuck it up. I don't want to, you know, whatever. But I hope this worked well and it wasn't too laggy and shit and everyone had fun. And this is also helping me like teach better, so I appreciate this. But alright, dudes, love you, not in a weird way, but have fun in Thailand. Tori, are you in Chiang Mai right now? Dude, I fucking love Chiang Mai. You are meant to be a yoga instructor? Oh, you think? Dude, I think so. I love it. And I'm definitely gonna get better and better as we go. And I'm gonna get one of those lav mics. I'll figure out, as he was doing the yoga with you upstairs. But yeah, this is gonna be a cool thing. I can't believe, dude, like 30 of you were here. This is so cool. I did not expect that. That's awesome. But all right, much love, boys. Namaste. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, go have fun. Go outside if you can. Go do more stretching. Yeah, no one expects perfection. We're all like you. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, I wasn't nervous like I knew you guys wouldn't be like a, you know, judgy or whatever. I don't want to give you guys short shrift, you know. But yeah, the breath. It's all about the breath. Dude, if you want to test yourself, hit that triangle pose. Hit that, keep hitting that shit. Ooh. That'll humble you, right? But, alright, dudes, I'm gonna go upstairs and go to frickin' rock climb. Love you. Thanks for being here. This was awesome. I appreciate y'all. Bye. Harry, you are outside? Good. Mission accomplished. Alright, boys. Namaste. See you tomorrow.